soft and a Scottish witch. Dancing like there is no tomorrow. Mike-proven robots need love too. There she is, ladies and gentlemen, Ruth Connell. For those of you that are outside, please come back in.
Everybody, you've got a break, you can leave. Ruth Connell come out on stage as everyone's...
I know, I was told there was going to be a break, and then I went backstage and they're like, no, we're ready.
No break, get back in.
You heard her, folks.
Back in here now.
Back in you go.
Come and have your fun.
That's right. How's that?
That was good.
That's good.
Have you heard Rob's Scottish accent? No?
Where you going?
Do you want to hear some more?
I don't know what to say.
Give us your line from Gregory's Girl.
I have to do it, when I do a Scottish accent, I've got to do it in a really high register voice. Because this movie that I watched when I was a kid, it was a Scottish movie, and it was these little kids with little voices. Anyway, so I'll go, did you kiss her? No. You lied, you kissed her at least 50 times.
Perfect, isn't it?
So good, thank
Sean
you.
Connery, eat your heart out.
Yeah, thank you. Who is Gregory's girl? You are.
It's really weird because it's his sister. It's creepy.
Okay, I wish I could stay,
bye.
but I can't. It's your time.
It's my time.
Okay, enjoy. See you.
Thanks for sending everyone away.
I'm sorry.
Hey, we're still here.
I love doing a panel to half empty room.
Come back in or I'm going to be in trouble.
I was like, I don't know what's worse, coming on stage straight after Jensen Ackles has finished singing, or after everyone's left. I don't know which one's harder or easier. I don't know. But either, thanks for the great introduction. Thank you. Really. Oh, I don't feel sorry for him. He's fine. I'll be You did a great job. Thanks for the introduction after letting everybody go out the room. It's really, really helpful. Anyway, the important people are here.
You had a photo with her.
If you're here, you're important. And that's it. Everyone else. Don't tell them I said that if they come in halfway through. It's fine. How are you doing? Are you all like exhausted after the J&M panel? It was interesting seeing them together, hey? Yeah? That's right. Anyway, what was that?
Wow, that's cool, dude.
I should try and try. Anyway, how are you? How are you at the back? Yeah, I can see if you're not paying attention back there, don't worry. I can see you're all looking down at your phones there. I can tell. So just stay on your toes. Or I shall come for you. Which is maybe what you want anyway, I don't know. Yeah, come away back in. Come away back in. You were falsely excused. You're not excused. Get back to your seats. I've made a good teacher. Should I be stricter? Yeah? Oh, sure, okay. I'll go full Fiona on you. That's my mum's name. She was a teacher. And if ever I was playing Rowena and I was in doubt about if I was being strict enough, I would just go the full Fiona. And I would know that I was almost strict enough. It's her birthday today, so that's why I'm kind of teasing her. I got her a mobile phone one time for her birthday, and I pre-programmed it and everything, and I gave it to her, and she was so excited. She opened up the phone, and she was like, oh, and I said, the passcode is 2450. She was like, how am I going to remember that? I said, this is your birthday. 24th of April, I think. Anyway, it was method, so I still tease her about that. So anyway, and happy birthday, Big
I didn't even know that.
Is everyone coming back in, or is this it?
That thing, yeah, you know that. I still.
You're late!
I know how to shake hands. The phone doesn't stop forever. It's true. You know what I'm saying? Sure. No,
I will answer a question. Don't worry. I will, I promise, answer a question. I'm just going to see who else I can harass out here. I just missed my step. Well, that was really cool. Where have you been? Hurry, will you come away back in? Hurry up. You especially. Brittany, in your seat.
No, shake her hand the way I should.
Hello? My panel started. Hurry up.
I told you.
I thought the handlers were supposed to do this.
buddy.
Come away in. You're late. My panel started.
Where did she go?
Come away in. Hurry up. Can you still hear me?
No, I don't see
Okay,
you.
everyone in. It's my panel. You're late. You're late, sir.
How come I hear her and I see her? Where is she?
I know.
Where'd you go?
I know. I'm sorry.
Oh my God, I'm like, I
How are you
see you, I
doing?
don't see you.
How are you doing?
I'm like, what, do you disappear
That
magically?
happens.
Was I accurate yesterday?
Come on, buddy, let's go. We're gonna go out there, we got a photo op.
Hi.
Excuse me, Mr. Crowley.
You gotta go meet Mr. Crowley again.
Hi.
Come
I
on,
know
the
I'm no
Christmas
Jensen
crowd.
Ackles, but I'm doing my best.
How old is he?
Come on, buddy, grab your helicopter. Oh, those numbers, you love
This is
them.
the first
Grab
time
your
since
helicopter.
COVID I've done this.
Come on, let's go. Sorry.
I normally always still catch somebody on their phone, but you're actually all paying attention. God damn it. I usually like frightening the shit out of someone who's just...
Yeah,
He's not aware
I'm
that
doing
I'm
my
in the
best. You
room.
can't really see it
How are
on
you
the
doing?
screen, so
How are you doing?
yeah.
What was that? Oh. I'm going to work, bitch. Don't you worry. No pressure. No pressure. It's all okay. Hi. 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 Jensen Ackles didn't do this, did he? You would make out alive if he did, so. How were his freckles today? Were they symmetrical? Did he draw them on straight this morning? Those freckles of his are hereditary, they're Scottish. I'm not lying, they are. One of his grandparents is Scottish, that's where he gets his freckles. Well, he's actually a robot. He's a perfect android. He's actually a replica of Jensen. The Jensen you saw today was a replica of Jensen Ackles. And you can tell because with androids, they mix up the freckles and try and make them look natural, whereas Jensen Ackles actually does have symmetrical freckles. That's how you tell the difference. Okay. You never noticed that before about Jensen's freckles? They're symmetrical. Anyway, I'll stop talking about Jensen's freckles. He's got tiny freckles in his irises as well, if you look very closely. Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
I met you this morning. It was very lovely.
Nice to see you
My
again.
question is, if Rowena had a better relationship with Crowley, like they weren't fighting, they didn't hate each other, do you think their relationship later on in the show would be different? Like Rowena wouldn't be trying to kill Crowley and Crowley wouldn't be trying to kill Rowena. Fast forward, going on
If
to
they,
that.
if they had a better relationship, would they not be trying to murder each other? Exactly. It'd have to be a lot better. So I don't know if that's actually possible. I think that takes away all the fun as well.
How do you think they can fix that?
I mean, she tried to fix it, right? The whole episode where she tried to get him back. It was a bit too late because he was like dead. It's usually a bit too late then. But she did try in her own way. That was her in her own way. But I think it's alchemical where it's just not possible, and that's what's kind of wonderful about it. Like if they trusted each other for a second, it would be so full of jeopardy for the other person, to actually trust, and that's what's kind of fun and wonderful. And Mark Shepherd and I are just exactly the same. We love each other. We love each other very much. But yeah, I wonder. Wouldn't it have been a cool episode to see like a scene with Fergus, he calls himself Crown, Fergus and Rowena like getting on really well, and then it would turn out to be a fever dream. Wouldn't that be fun to have seen that? And would it be fun if there was a Rowena spin-off, like that went back to 1700 and you saw her like giving birth?
I mean, how graphic.
Like a little baby. But it wouldn't look like Mark Shepherd. I imagine Fergus was like slightly ginger and chubby. Anyway, but like I was. Yeah. There's a baby picture of me I found recently. There's not too many pictures. The way that everyone nowadays has so many photographs on phones and everything. And they're few and far between, and there's this picture of me, and honestly, I'm like, who cut my hair? I can't share that on social media. I can't share it. My mum cut my fringe sort of really short, like up here, in a kind of square shape. And I was already like 1 foot by 1 foot. It's just not a good look. But that's kind of how I imagine, but like a male version. That's kind of how I imagine Fergus. Really pudgy, square, and cute, and slightly ginger. Anyway, I don't know what your question was anymore. Hello. Hi. What's your name?
My name is Amanda.
Amanda, where are you from?
I live here in New Jersey.
Very cool. Who here is from New Jersey? Yeah, I heard you were a brilliant crowd last night. Yep. At the concert, did you enjoy it? Yeah, awesome.
Now I'm going to say I'm not from New Jersey. I'm from North Carolina.
That's where you get your twin.
Yeah, that's where it comes from. So I wanted to say thank you so much for helping us yell that message to Rachel Miner yesterday. I love her so much. And my question is if you could pick any show that is currently on air and be involved with it, whether it be acting, writing, producing, which show would you pick and why?
Oh my goodness. There's so many good things. It's too many choices. I would have I'd love to be in something like Ozark. I can do your Ruth. God darn it! I don't want to swear too much. There's people under 16, under 18.
Fuck them.
I know. She gets away with it. I don't know. One time, there was a photograph of me online, kind of like doing the bird or something, and my mum emailed it to me, and the heading of the email said, "Not you." So I'm trying to not swear too much. So yeah, I've seen so many good shows recently. There's a show called Dead Boy Detectives that I'm excited to be in. And I've pitched it to Jared and Jen more than once. Like, they have a red-haired daughter, and I feel like I could be her long-lost auntie, like a half-sister of Jen's. And I don't know why they've not written it in yet. I feel like Walker would have been a good fit for me, trying to do my Texas accent. I think that would be fun. That would be fun for everyone, right? What would you like me to be in?
I would. Gosh, if I could wave a little wand, I would love to see you in This Is Us as the other neighbor. There's a woman named Kate Pearson, and she has a neighbor to her left named Gregory, played by Tim Amundsen. Oh, yes, I love that. And you should totally be the other neighbor, because then you can sass each other all day, because that's what they do.
Yeah, that sounds good. I love Tim so much. That would be awesome. Okay, I'll take your answer as my answer. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for thank you for your question. Are we all back in yet? Come on now. Who has a photo up now? Is it Misha or something?
It's on the screen.
Bye then, enjoy your photo with Mark. You're okay, you have my blessing. Go forth and pull his hair or something. And photo up.
I just have to get more alcohol.
I just had to get more drink. Hello. What's your name?
Amy.
Amy. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing okay. And where are you from?
Connecticut.
Connecticut?
Mm-hmm.
That sounds fancy.
Yeah, it's okay.
Meryl Streep lives in Connecticut.
I forgot that she does, but
That's my only barometer of Connecticut. Meryl Streep lives in Connecticut. That's Connecticut for me. And you know. What do you want?
I want to know. I'm a big theater person, so I was just curious if
You're a big fever person?
Theater person.
Theater!
So I wanted to know if you had like a favorite play, musical, or stage actor by any chance?
Mark Rylance. Who knows who Mark Rylance is? The BFG for younger people. Mark Rylance. I'm going to get really boring now and just talk about Mark Rylance. Mark Rylance. He's brilliant on screen. He won the Oscar for Bridge of Spies. But honestly, he won the Oscar for that film. Am I right? Yeah, nobody knows. Anyway, he won an Oscar. He's won every Tony, Emmy. He's amazing. Whatever you see on camera, there is something he can do on stage that nobody else can do. However brilliant he is on camera, he's a genius on stage. And it's really hard to describe. You just have to go and see him if you ever get the chance. And there was a show he did called Jerusalem. And it's there's a supernatural element to it in that there's at one point at the end, he's kind of beating these drums and summoning something. And it's the only time I've ever really believed in a theatre that something metaphysical was actually happening in the room, like he was summoning something. It's incredible. So, Mark Rylance, but there's so many terrific stage actors. I just was so impressed by Sarah Jessica Parker and Matthew Broderick. And there's terrific stuff on stage all the time. And I can't remember the rest of your question. That's it. Okay. Mark Rylance. Mark Rylance, Michael Fassbender. Thank you. How are you all doing? How's your adrenaline after is it okay? Are you you're stabilizing? You're all exhausted. I'm like a cigarette afterwards. I know my place. It's okay. Hello.
Hello. I could listen to you talk all day because you sound just like my grandparents.
Aww.
So
where were they from?
Dundee and Aberdeen.
Dundee. Aberdeen, no, fit like. They've got it's a even more Scottish accent than mine.
But they had lived here for many years and lost most of it. So thinking about that, my question is, what was the biggest culture shock moving here? And is there anything you miss about home?
The biggest culture shock? There's a few. The first time I came to New York before I went to LA, and I couldn't believe I went into this store, up the stairs, and it was like a deli up the stairs. You have shops like that in New York, and I couldn't believe when I got to the till. First of all, they give you the box of salad or whatever it is that you bought, and then they give you a handful of napkins, then they give you a packet of condiments, then they give you cutlery, and then they say, is there anything else I can give you, ma'am? And I was like, wow, they just give me so much for my $16 or whatever. And then they put it in a brown bag. And there's you see that on television. You see that it's such an American thing, like the cartons of Chinese food. It's actually such an American thing. And I just remember being bamboozled by how much stuff. And now obviously we're all becoming much more savvy to things like that. Emily Swallow's the best at it. She carries her own knife and fork in the little, she's awesome. She doesn't have to recycle anything because she brings her own plates and all that. So culturally, I think because the dollar, because healthcare is not free, because there's so many things, like the dollar counts so much, and people try to give you so much for your dollars and a certain value, and it's just a different feeling than in Britain, where the pound is heavier and doesn't move as quickly, and you don't get extra serviettes at all. No such thing. So that's just. I just hit myself in the face.
No one saw it. You're good.
You saw it, Krista?
You're good.
You didn't see it at the back?
No.
Just much more lipstick. Just did it again.
Looks good. Looks good. You're good. You're great.
So that was one culture shock. I couldn't believe how polite everyone was, because in London, You know, not so much, but in LA, everyone was like, and in New York, it was like, ma'am, I was like, I'm a ma'am here. That's cool. And what do I miss about home? I miss being with people who've known me my whole life. There's just something, and it wears off after a few weeks, you know, at Christmas. You know, when everyone's ready for you to go back, you know, they're tired of making you breakfast in the morning and everything else that you get treated to. But I miss my family, my old friends. Thank goodness for modern technology. But I go home. I'm going home probably in about 2 weeks. I go home at least twice a year, apart from during lockdown when I couldn't, because I think there's something about being around people who are from where you're from. There's just something about it, and I need to top my accent up. You know, and if I just say anything at all, like water, my stepbrothers are like water, like I've given up my culture or something. People in Scotland are really pernickety about that. They're like, you're not yourself anymore if you're going slightly transatlantic. So I go home, I get my accent topped up, then I come back and I give you some of the full Scottish. It all works out. So it's all good. Thank you so much for your question. Thank you. How are you all doing now? Yeah? So we might do a little dance in a little while. That'll get the juices flowing again. Hello.
Hi, I'm Karen,
Hi.
and I'm from New Jersey, and
cool.
my family and I are going to Scotland this summer.
Right.
And we'll be in Edinburgh for a week, and we just wondered if you had any recommendations.
Yeah, Edinburgh for a week. So you have to see the castle. It's great. And you can look down from the castle over all the surrounding areas of Edinburgh. When you walk down from the castle, there's a Royal Mile of cobblestones. And you can go from there. There'll be tours. They're called dungeon tours. And the whole of the city of Edinburgh, the new town, when the plague happened and everyone was dying in their pestilence, they were like, we'll just build a whole city over the top. So you can actually go through a whole underground city. You can really go in, and obviously it's all the stories of it being haunted. Have you ever heard of Birkenhead? No! You've never heard of Birkenhead? You have Dr. Knox? No. Okay, so Dr. Knox. So Edinburgh, Scotland used to be at the forefront of education, and we created penicillin, television, the little cat's eyes in the road, curling, I think that's what you're meaning, golf. We created lots of things. It used to be at the forefront of education, and so there were some of the most advanced medical schools at the time. And Dr. Knox, true rules person. Burke and here were these two unlikely lads who would maybe just bump off the odd prostitute or drunk guy in an alleyway, and like miraculously there'd just be these amazing cadavers that Dr. Knox could dissect in his anatomy class. And it was like, how much did Dr. Knox know? You know, and how much was, you know what I mean? So there's a pub called the Birkenhead. There's a whole area there. You can go into all the history of that. You can go up Calton Hill. That's a lovely walk. You can walk near the Scottish Parliament. You can go out to South Queensferry and see the Forth Road Bridge. And the Forth Road Bridge, this is just Ruth's cultural tour of Edinburgh. Welcome. So the Forth Road Bridge is a beautiful iron bridge, and there's now other bridges built beside it. But the story of the Forth Road Bridge is, as soon as they finished painting it, because they built it with iron ore, they had to go back and start painting. Third time. I hit myself in the face with my own microphone third time.
You got it. You got this.
I'm not fit. So so you go see the Forth Road Bridge, and they will be painting it. I wouldn't know where, but at some point of the Forth Road Bridge will be being painted. Unless they've developed new paint since I was there. There's amazing things to see and do, and then if you can be bothered, you jump in the car, you drive through to Falkirk and see the Kelpies. which are the two ginormous horses' heads that come out of the ground, and go to the dome on Princess Street, and have lunch in the dome. It's an old bank building. It's converted. Okay, yeah, and I don't know. That's enough to begin with. And yeah, who speaks to Scotland here? Oh, that's quite a lot. Somebody's going next year. Very cool. The rest of you, what's wrong? Your parents won't pay for it?
Fuck them old.
I know the feeling. So, have you got a Mark Sheppard photo op? Is that why you're at the door? This is why I'm normally on before Jensen. I don't know what happened with the program. Okay, I'm watching you. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm good. This is my first convention, so this is amazing to see. My question for you is, if you could be any other character on Supernatural for just one entire episode, what would you want to be and why?
I'd want to be Rowena. Which is how Rowena would answer that question. I sometimes said Sam, just so that I would, just for once, know what it was like to view everyone, see everybody differently. I was Michael for half an episode, and I wish I could have. I wish there could have been more, and I could have really explored that more and really gotten into it. It was hard coming off the back of Jensen and doing it like Peaky Blinders, brilliant, and then anyway. So I would like to have done Michael more, and I really would just like to be Rowena in hell. Like in my head, she's just down there, you know, giving hell, and making hell great again. That's what I keep saying. So thank you for your question and welcome. Will you come back?
Yes,
Oh,
hopefully.
good. And what's your name? Besides, what's your name?
Lindsay.
Lindsay. Where did you get your hair?
My parents?
And where are they from?
Mostly German, a little bit of Irish and Scottish.
There you go. I can always tell. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
So I asked Mark this question earlier, and as his mother, I want to know if you agree.
Okay. Agree with his answer? Or?
Yeah, agree with his answer, and I also want to know your answer.
Okay.
I asked him what kind of animal his spirit guide would be, and he said a wombat. Very definitively.
I would like to answer I'm just going to say something, just for the sheer hell of it. No. No, I can see that. I can see a wombat for Mark. Do wombats talk a lot? Oh, yeah, okay, wombat's fine. Yeah. And what's my spirit animal?
Yeah, what's your spirit, like what kind of animal would your spirit guide be?
My spirit guide? Is that to do with like American Indian culture, like that kind of spirit?
I mean, I guess I was thinking more of like a helps you through life kind of thing.
Right, like Lara and his dark materials. Like my spirit,
exactly.
my demon.
Yeah.
Who would my demon be? I don't know. What do you think? What do you think?
I agree with the person who said fox, mostly because your hair and like.
I'd be a little fox. Okay.
I feel like either like a fox or like a snake. Like something cool. No, I love snakes. I own lizards. Like I love snakes.
Okay. And what about Black Panther?
A red panther.
Black Panther. And Rowena's spirit animal is a Black Panther, I think.
Platypus.
And Ruth's spirit animal is like a meerkat. Keeps hitting herself in the face. I'll take the fox. I would have fox or a peacock actually. No, that's Rowena's a peacock. Rowena might have a peacock. somebody asked me questions like this yesterday, now I always have two answers. Like I can't just choose one. Fox and a peacock. Fox and a peacock. I don't know. I like all the animals. I feel like it changes. Yeah. But my favorite animal, when I was younger, they say, what's your favorite animal? I was like, a black panther. If you were like,
Wakanda forever.
Yeah, I mean, that kind of panther too. But like, there was a TV show, who knows the name of the TV show, where it was a black panther and the man turned into a black panther. Animal? Manimal. Is that what you're saying? I think maybe I watched that, I was too young and it influenced me. Anyway, I'm sorry, we're so waffling. Thank you so much for your question. Thank you. Okay, we're getting through. I'm answering some questions. We're doing the do. I've not hit myself in the face for at least 2 minutes. And it's going well. Maybe 10. This is just on the ground, this pedal. Wonder what it does.
Changes the lyrics on the iPad.
It's probably Rob's lyric thing.
Now he's gonna start singing Barbie Girl. Great.
Hello.
Hi, sorry, I'm shaking.
Good. I like it when people shake and tremble in my presence. Does it help if I walk towards you? No, not really. It's okay. You're okay.
Okay.
You're okay.
Aww.
You're wearing a Crowley t-shirt?
I am wearing a Crowley t-shirt.
Anyway, I'm just teasing.
My question for you is, what's your favorite role to play in like a movie or TV show, like the villain, the funny character?
I think having a job is fun. I think being gainfully employed is fun. It's probably a bit of a cliched answer. I think sometimes it's harder to play the good guy. I think it's harder. Maybe this is because I'm naturally evil and I think it's easy to play. But I think I try to be a decent person most of the time in my life, and so it's really fun to play naughty, or it's really fun to explore that side of things. So I find it harder to play nice people, and when I do play nice people, I still find the naughty side of them. One of my favourite roles I've ever played was not a person. I played Mrs. Beaver in The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe, and I didn't know that could be so much fun. And she's really a nice person. She's like the grandmother everybody wishes they had, except I got a wooden spoon and would spank everyone in the bottom. So I think all roles can be fun, especially if you're playing with good people. It's really often who you're playing with. And I've done a lot of plays. That's what you do, is you play. So it should all be fun, and I think every role you're playing at that point should be your most favourite role. Like, you kind of fall in love often with people you're working with, not just Jared and Jensen. Jared and Jensen. It's called them the wrong name. Not just Jared and Jensen and Misha because they're good looking, but actually you love the people you're working with, and that's often why we do it. We love, who's been involved in doing any kind of theatre or community work? Isn't it just like being in the company, being part of something bigger than yourself, and making something that other people might enjoy? So everything I do is my favourite thing. This right now is my favourite thing that I'm doing right now. I'm so looking forward to this weekend. I brought that yellow dress to wear yesterday. I'm going to buy a new dress for New Jersey, and and this new skirt as well for today. So yeah, it's all my favourite. It's all my favourite. Thank you so much for your question. Thank you. Bye. Oh, have you stopped shaking so much? Sorry. Okay.
Hi. My name is Maria. I'm actually from Wisconsin.
Wisconsin?
Yeah. Don't ask me why I'm here. So if you're seen in your intro scene in season 10, if you had to pick a song to play over that scene, what song would it be?
What scene?
Your intro scene.
My intro scene?
Yes. When the two men are on the ceiling.
Yeah. I love that scene. I was so nervous filming that scene. it was everything I could do not to like knock everything over, even though I was sitting in one place. Like that, see? Don't worry, we're all just staring at you now, it's fine. It was only slightly more noticeable when I hit myself in the face with a microphone. Music-wise, I love when they play Black Magic Woman for me walking out here. But that would probably be too on the nose. You know, like... Maybe that would have worked though. I don't know. What other songs? What do you think? Was that out then? No. Black Magic Woman is going to be my answer. And one time I managed to get another song in. I've tried to do it a couple of times, but only one's credited in on IMDb credits. It says that Ruth Connell sang on episode whatever of Supernatural, which is really a stretch because I was like vaguely humming Scotland the Brave. Because it's unlicensed, because it's so old. And as I did it in the scene, I think it was John Badham or something, I was like, oh, just you can't just sing, because we can't, we're going to pay. And I was like, I think it's okay. It's like medieval. It's okay. So, yeah, a little bit of Scotland the Brave. Oh, no, what? That was over in a flash, wasn't it? Oh, yay! Yes, that was sweet. No, it's not your fault it was too soon. Don't feel bad. It's okay, come on, it's safe. I just thought it was really quick. Milking it, every time. Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Ça va?
Oh, look, people came back.
I know, eventually, after you sent them away.
I didn't say, I never did.
You did? You did, you kissed her at least 50 times!
You guys, after everything we've been through together.
Oh, they're only...
No, I'm sorry, I got some bad info.
Oh,
I was told that we were taking a break, but we didn't.
I know, it's okay. It's just fun to blame you.
I know. I'm fun to be
They like
blamed.
it. They liked it when I blamed you.
Yeah, no, they blame me too.
Oh, no, you don't. Hasn't Rob been doing an amazing job all weekend?
Thank you.
And didn't Lyman Swain do an amazing job last night?
Thank you. And so I'm so happy the panel ended up on a high note.
Yes, there we
all
go.
good.
It's all good.
Well, please.
Did I finished answering? Yeah, I finished. I didn't leave halfway through a question. Yeah. Is all good?
Well,
I'll go. I'll see you later.
yeah, please give a warm goodbye to Miss Ruth Connell. She's a black magic woman. She's a black magic woman. She's a black magic woman. Got me so blind that I can't see. But she's a black magic woman. She's gonna make a devil. Oh, isn't she wonderful? That's right, Ruth Connell. We're loving this tune. Okay. All right. So this is the point of the show where we say goodbye from the stage. There's lots of autographs still to be had and photographs still to be had. I'm sure there may be some meet and greets. But for me, myself and the band, we are going to bid you adieu for this time, and we'll see you next time. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much, everybody. And now we'll sing the song we sing at the end of every card. We love you so much. Thank you. It's the end of the con as we know it. It's the end of the con as we know it. It's the end of the con as we know it. So go home after autographs and photographs and meet and greets and what have you. It's the end of